Hello. Once again, I want to use this short video message to commend you and your fellow union members for your courage and determination in taking to the picket lines last Friday in pursuit of what can only be described as your reasonable demands made against your employer, Lloyds Pharmacy. Being on strike is a place no worker wants to be. However, it is the only place left to go when your employer steadfastly refuses to deny your desire and that of the Labour Court to have them engage with a representative body of your choice, namely Mandate Trade Union. After engaging with many of you on the picket lines myself last Friday, and from reports fed back to me from Mandate's officials and organisers, as well as many Lloyds workers themselves, it is clear that as a collective, you are more determined and resolute than ever to achieve a satisfactory resolution to this dispute. It is disappointing that after two actions, your employer continues to refuse you your basic right to representation and fails to deal sufficiently with your claims for improvements in working conditions. It is therefore with regret that we are forced to escalate our campaign. This Friday, more than 230 Mandate members in almost 40 Lloyds pharmacies will strike for 3 hours, and following this, if no breakthrough is achieved, the company will leave us with no alternative but to take industrial action for a full day on Friday the 6th of July. If your employer continues to ignore your right to be represented, then we will escalate further with 2 more days of action on Thursday the 12th of July and Friday the 20th of July. We understand that this places a financial burden on you and your colleagues, and as such, we will be increasing strike pay. It is our sincere hope that Lloyds Pharmacy do not allow any of these actions go ahead, and instead put their staff and their customers first by simply agreeing to allow their workers the representation they deserve by agreeing to the terms of the Labour Court recommendation. Mandate will also apply to the Irish Congress of Trade Unions and its 700,000 members for an all-out picket. Now, if successful, this will mean that all other trade union members across the island of Ireland will be asked to support you and not pass your pickets while on strike. Despite what Lloyds management say, this strike is having a major impact. We have seen their increased spending on advertising in the media. The public are on your side and politicians of all parties are backing you in this dispute, and momentum is building. The government has also been made aware of the double standards being adopted by Lloyds, who are only too happy to accept revenue from one arm of the state, namely the HSE, while at the same time ignoring the state's most senior industrial relations body, the Labour Court, when it issues formal recommendations. They simply cannot have it both ways. Mandate intends to continue to challenge the legitimacy of the CRC, who purport to represent you. But if this is the case, why do they refuse to answer pertinent questions raised directly with them by your fellow workers? Questions such as, what are the articles of association of the body? How are meetings and elections convened? And importantly, who funds the CRC and who manages those funds? Since Mandate lodged their initial claim back in February 2017, a lot has changed in Lloyds Pharmacy. The company have made insufficient offers of pay increases, boastfully announcing the removal of minimum wage from its business. Yet they don't seem to understand the criticism that is being levelled at them for having so many workers on such a low rate of pay in the first place. They have offered substandard sick pay scheme and now want to enter into discussions only a matter of weeks after they made proposals that they said would apply for the next 12 months. Make no mistake, this has only happened because you got organised in your union and you took action. That is why it is now critical to keep building. The issues of low pay and precarious contracts of employment are far too common in the Irish employment landscape, and there are thousands of workers on similar contracts watching and supporting you as you strike for decency and fairness at work. You should be very proud of how far you have come, but let's now prepare for an escalation in this dispute, and together let's win lasting change for all Lloyds Pharmacy workers. And remember, together we are stronger and together we will win. Thank you.